Appreciate your patience, my friend.
First things first, thank you for taking the time to answer our questions tonight. I've heard you speak on homelessness a couple of times, and it's my belief, and I don't think that I'm the only one that believes this, but two major demographics of homelessness is post-poverty or post-conviction poverty and the long wait times for disability. What in your presidency can you do to combat those two things? Thank you.
Great. Yeah, no, those all need to be addressed in a very big way. Homelessness is just one of many total wipeouts post-conviction. You know, post-conviction, post-incarceration, there needs to be, a whole support program for people who are reentering, and jobs, healthcare, and housing. That should all be a part of reintegrating into society. People should not be just kind of tossed out, and good luck, because that has everything to do with the whole recidivism rate, and people wind up without resources, without a place to live, and then they're desperate for how to survive, and then they get into trouble, or they have addiction problems, and then they're right back where they started. So, this is a deadly system. It's just impossible for all of society, as well as for the people who are struggling, in the worst way. So we need to provide total wraparound services as people are coming out of incarceration. And for disability, let me say, first of all, on for drug disability, which is often a big part of this, we have to have a whole different approach to substance use and substance abuse. This should be treated as a public health problem, not as a criminal problem. We shouldn't be criminalizing people who have substance issues. And, then we can begin to actually treat it. And it has to be treated with wraparound services. We need treatment on demand. We need so-called harm reduction, so that people who are addicted can have a safe way to meet their addiction needs, but with wraparound services, so that they can then come off of their addiction. And this works in countries around the world that have housing, that have healthcare as a human right. It doesn't work in this country, where those services are not available. So that applies more broadly to disabilities, that people should not have to struggle and wait for their disability to come in. Again, we need strong services for healthcare and affordable housing, and we shouldn't be pushing out people who are, disabled or less capable of, earning the costs of their housing and their health care and so on. This should be, everyone should have a right to health care, to housing, and to education. And that should not depend on being able-bodied. It needs to be available to everyone without getting on some long waiting list and dying while you're waiting for your services to come around. So this should be just the rights that people are entitled to as part of society. And instead of spending $1 trillion a year making bombs and killing people with them, we can cut that in half and be spending, what we need on ensuring that people have their basic services and quality of life here. Thank you so much for your question.
Yeah, thank you very much.
And thank you, Dr. Jill Stein.